Okay, so while Justin's out of town, we have cleaners coming once a week because of my back. I can't do all of the cleany stuff. And under my desk is like, I don't know. Because I'm short, but my desk is a fixed height. So I have like stacks and stacks of things to rest my feet on. Mm-hmm. But I don't know, it's rearranged and I'm having troubles.
Finding foot space, finding a foothold.
Yeah.
Whenever I've had a cleaner, I find like it's kind of like I try not to be okay, you guys just can't read my brain and I have things how I want things, but they never put things back. And so you have to kind of go around your house and be like, where did this go? Or what did they do?
I'm never upset about it.
Yeah, it's just like I don't get why they did that, but okay.
I don't want anyone to know how I live.
It's like you let someone in and they basically do little rearrangements of your house and you're like,
yeah, it's weird.
I don't know.
Can you just say like, I'm asking, I am not suggesting, I don't know. Can you just, if I was to do something like that, could I just tell them, hi, please just disinfect things, but don't move anything. Like you can move things to clean.
I think they're in the moving.
Don't tidy, just clean. Don't tidy, just clean. Is that a thing I could say?
Maybe but it's not even really tidying. It's like I think in the cleaning, they're like picking up something to move it and then cleaning something and then putting it back. So it's like just sort of a normal process of like you change things, you lift up things, you clean my desk, you put things you think back, but they're not cool. It's like uncanny valley of all your stuff is just slightly
I would have
different.
certain rooms they're not allowed in. I just want like the main space clean.
Yeah. It's like you're in a the multiverse scenario and you come back to your apartment and you're one universe to the left.
Got it.
I don't even I don't like when you're in a hotel and they clean stuff. I'm just like, that's not my home. But it's like, I don't like the idea that other people are around. It's like, I can keep this clean enough. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I really struggle with it for like a lot of reasons, but I cannot. My back cannot do it. So
I also know that I would just end up cleaning everything before they came.
You totally kind of have to. Like you have to tidy, and people like make fun of you, but you have to tidy things so that they don't spend their time like picking things up and just clean.
Yeah,
you have to
all
clean.
I want you to do is wipe down all of the surfaces in this home that I don't regularly wipe down.
Like the bathroom.
Mine are supposed to do the dishes, but I'm just like, I want them. One, I don't want them to think I live with the dishes in the sink, even though that's how I live my life. So I do my dishes like right before they come. But like also I kind of want them in and out as fast as possible. So I do as much as I can before they come so that they're doing like the floors and scrubbing the tub and, the things that are really physically hard for me to do. But like, I don't know. I have a lot of feelings about it. Mm-hmm. Anyway. All that is just to say, like, the one universe to the left thing is very real.
Yeah, it is.
According to Girl Phoenix 85, our sound and video is working. So we are live.
Oh, nice.
Woohoo! Hello, live stream.
Hi, live stream.
I was just waiting. The Twitter thing hasn't caught up yet. But I guess I could go and grab the YouTube thing manually, right?
Yeah.
You could.
Nothing's stopping you.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
I am. You can't do it, Tony. No.
Mm-hmm.
I'll even tag people appropriately.
Just tag Cassie again.
No,
just for fun.
I'm gonna do it right this time. What? Sometimes Twitter knows who I want to tag autocomplete wise, and sometimes it's like, no, you don't want Monty Ashley. You want this Money Ashley guy. And I was like, no, I don't.
Money Ashley.
Money Ashley is it?
That was Monty's alternate name with alternate Wall Street broker Monty Ashley, who I do not
That's either Wall Street broker or exotic dancer. I think it could
Yeah.
go
Whoa.
Yeah, I like
Money
it.
Ashley.
Sadly, my exotic dancer name probably has to play off the full Monty.
Oh, yes.
Fair.
All right, we are live on YouTube. Apparently, I tweeted the thing. You could retweet it. I may have tagged people correctly. I have YouTube open, so I can tell if something I need to reply to something. I'm going to close Twitter. I have a million other tabs with all the stuff for the adventure. I have Roll20 open. Everything's great. I'm saying these things out loud to affirm to myself that I
do that
vaguely
too.
have things under control on a Sunday afternoon.
Yep, same thing. I think I'm
I have-
streaming and recording.
Switch from coffee to root beer. Everything is great. We are recording the Zoom. I'm recording my local thing. Everyone is hopefully
I am
recording their local thing.
recording.
Or
Yep.
starting right now.
We're all good. For now.
We're all good.
Recording.
I got
Mhm.
dice. I don't even know if I need it. I don't know if I rolled any dice last time, but I have dice.
I gotta say, I
Um,
listened to the last hour of our previous session, and I liked splitting the party. I thought it was a lot of fun to have more one-on-one time with the characters.
Yep.
I think especially with NPC things, it could be valuable to be like, you literally aren't here. You can't join into the conversation. So
Yeah.
James, are you using Restream to go to Twitch as well?
Nope.
You don't need to. I'm just checking if you are.
I am not because I
Okay.
don't know how to do that.
Cool. I just wanted to check because that's the link I was going to use if it was available.
All right. Anything we need to figure out before we start the episode?
I'm not sure. I watched the last 15 minutes and
Yeah.
you gave us an excellent summary, so I think we're good
All right.
to go.
Let's do the dungeon. And just to recap our plans, I think we have been playing two sessions on a Sunday. So we'll play a session, take a 5 or 10 minute break, play another session. If people aren't up for that second session, we won't do it. But I think we've given up on the idea of ever doing 3 sessions in one day for quality purposes. So yeah, if you're listening to this bootleg, you're getting the behind the scenes. You're negotiating how this happens. Everything's great. All right. Welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. I use he, him pronouns. Today we are continuing one of our Candlekeep Mysteries adventure. That's right. We are continuing the adventure titled The Price of Beauty. Allow me to introduce our players. They will introduce their characters, and then I will remind all of us of what has been happening so far. First up, he's running the stream. He's keeping it mean. It's James Thompson.
I don't know about mean. I'm quite nice. I am playing.
I just appreciated you didn't critique my rhyming of stream and mean. Thank you.
At this time of the evening, I'm not going to criticize any rhyming. I am playing Nyasa Nightweaver, who is a high elf rogue ex-assassin who doesn't need clothes or weapons, but does need her sister.
Also joining us, it's Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
Hello, I'm playing Jasper, the Tabaxi monk. We're talking to trees. That's what we do around here, right?
Do we? You did meet an awakened tree last time. So there were trees. Next up, it's Micah Sargent. Hi, Micah.
Oh, hey. Hi, Tony. I play Ajguri Lone Walker Makoto Tahani, who goes by Lone Walker. He and I both use he, him pronouns. Oh, wait, he's a Goliath Paladin. I forgot to say that part. There you go.
There's a long list of things to remind people of. Also here, it's Annette Weirstow. Hi, Annette.
Hello, I am playing Valente Liadon, and she is a high elf druid, and maybe Nyasa's sister, probably, definitely. She's the mean one. Nyasa's the nice one.
And I'm an assassin.
Well, so am I.
I always appreciate the James and Annette commitment to stringing backstory on the Dungeon Master that has, in the adventure, keeps things spicy. And last but certainly not least, Monty Ashley. Welcome back, Monty.
Hi, Tony. Hi, audience. I'm Monty Ashley. My pronouns are he, him. Another person with pronouns he, him is my character, Townley Mountain Taker. He's a warlock. He does whatever the Queen of Air and Darkness tells him.
All right. What are our adventures up to? Well, it's another one of those Candlekeep mysteries where you are kind of sucked in a book. A book opened a portal. You're not in the book, but you went through a portal brought forth by the book. It's a little bit of a twist on the sucked into a book thing. You're looking for a missing avowed. The avowed are the librarians of Candlekeep Library. Just to run through some NPCs you met in our previous sessions. You are looking for Falthrax Loader, a dwarven avowed who is missing. Loris Nis, another avowed. Loris is a half-elf, sent you on this quest. She is worried about her friend Falthrax, who seemed to be, I guess, having a rough time of things, and was a little fixated on this book, The Price of Beauty, which is all about beauty tips and self-improvement. So via this book, you have traveled through a portal to a spa in the middle of the woods, this kind of large spa complex. A spa attendant named Safe, who talks with a heavy goblin accent, welcomed you to the spa. You paid for entrance, sort of. Some of you have traded your armor for fluffy robes. Some of you have then cast those fluffy robes aside and experienced the baths at the spa. Various folks have chatted with different people. I think Townley Mountain Taker. Did I get your last name correctly? Is it Mountain Taker?
Mountain Taker, yes.
Mountain Taker. Okay. Townley Mountain Taker made friends with some halfling scouts who were on vacation there and chatted with them about the spa. You also met the water spirit, a naiad that is the baths at the spa. Valente and Jasper hung out in the gardens, which also serve as the kind of, the gymnasium for the spa. It's where they do physical fitness type activities. And Lone Walker went on a lone walk about the spa grounds and may have broken a window and snuck into the employees' quarters. There's a small tower in the kind of backyard of the spa, and rooted around in somebody's personal belongings and then snuck back out. So I believe that is what we have accomplished so far. Just to remind you, I think your main goal here is you are trying to figure out what has happened to Falthrax Loader and return him to Candlekeep, assuming that is what he would want to be done. And it's up to you how you will accomplish that. So I think at the end of our previous venture, Nyasa and Talna, you were in the baths. Valente and Jasper, you were in the gardens, and Lone Walker, you were walking around the property of the spa, or the grounds of the spa. So my first question as a dungeon master is what is happening now?
I'm still boring the halflings with tales of how great the Queen of Air Darkness is.
Yes. I think we will, I'll kind of go and check in with people, and you may continue to split the party if you want, or you may choose to rejoin. It's always up to you. I think so far you're at a spa. There's probably not going to be combat unless you start trouble. And so, if people are always worried about splitting the party for combat purposes, this is more of a social, this is a spa where nothing bad happens to people. Nothing bad will happen to you. So let us start with Valente and Jasper, because I think we started with you last session. I don't remember. And we'll kind of rotate around and check in with different people. So Aline and Annette, you've been exploring the gardens. What do you feel like doing next in your spa adventure?
I asked Jasper, should we go join the group in the spa, or do you want to check out that other area that I don't think anyone's been in yet?
Ooh, we should do that. First, I was just curious, is Azrissa, what was her name?
Zirsa is one of the people, I think is how I'm saying it. I probably said it differently before. Zirsa, you met a Zirsa, who was a sun elf. Yeah, she's hanging out in the garden. I imagine she might be doing some kind of shadow boxing with the awakened tree that she uses to run the physical fitness activities. I believe you've identified that Izirsa is one of 3 sisters who runs the spa.
So yeah, and we were just talking to her. I just wanted to I have a follow-up question basically. Because she told us when we talked with her last time that she bought the spa about 10 years ago, and I was just wondering why and how that came to be. She just doesn't seem that personable, so I'm just wondering why she wanted to get into the spa business. I'm curious about people. So I think I'd like to just.
All right. Izirsa's over there doing some kind of thing where she's kind of the tree is holding up a big just sack that Izirsa is just punching over and over again. Izirsa does not seem to really acknowledge you as you stand near her. She's just wailing on that sack.
Let's see how to frame.
Yeah, take that sack.
I like this. This is good.
Hey,
I had a quick.
Can I help you?
So you told me a minute ago that you've owned the spa for about 10 years now.
Yeah, my sisters and I, we bought it. What, are you writing a book?
Well, you see, I'm a beer brewer. That's one of the things I learned in my monastery, and I was just wondering if you ever partner with local craft brewers to
beer sellers. But my sister Morgana, she handles the hospitality sides of things in the spa. Maybe she'd be interested.
Hospitality isn't really your thing.
Look, hey, we're all about unlocking the best you, and a lot of people have a lot of unlocking to do. Just layers and layers of unlocking. And sweating it out is the way to really find the best you.
Okay, cool. Where can I find your sister?
Oh, Morgana, she's always tends to be running things in the lounge, just east of the lobby.
Okay, thank you.
Anytime. She kicks it really hard.
Convenient. The one place we haven't gone yet.
Aligns with my goals.
Okay.
Right. So I'll walk back over to my friend and say, shall we?
We shall.
Okay. Jasper and Valente, you head across the lobby. I think Saith is there, tidying up his little reception area, which was extremely tidy already, but I guess he just has to look busy. And he kind of waves at you. Bonjour! Everything to your liking?
Oui, bonjour. Merci.
Please speak the common tongue. It's offensive when you do it.
We are looking for the lounge. I think we're going to go to the lounge.
Voila, right through here. And he points to the east. There's a door.
I go through the door.
All right. Off of the lobby of the spa is a rather expansive lounge that I'm revealing on the map here. Let me just check. Is there a description of the lounge?
With twins.
Oh, they reuse tokens. Don't worry about it. Large cushioned chairs are set around this open space. Calming music fills the air, which carries a floral scent. A bar takes up one corner of the room alongside shelves of expensive wines and spirits and baskets of fresh fruit. Tables stand along the walls. Some of them are set up as manicure and pedicure stations. Others are set up just for people to lounge and enjoy food and drink. There are a number of, it's not really represented on the map here, but there are a number of spa attendants and clients of the spa, and kind of in the center of things, kind of directing the action, there is an elf. Let's show you a picture of her. And what kind of elf is this character?
Ear cuffs.
Very fancy.
Snooty, I would say.
Yeah.
Hey.
She appears as a slender moon elf, blue kind of skin, very large pointed ears, some fancy jewelry, an on-point makeup game, and kind of long flowing black hair. And she's kind of, basically giving various orders to the spa attendants who are scurrying around, seeing to the needs of the clients, who are, some of them are eating and drinking, some of them are receiving manicures and pedicures, and so on. There's as mentioned, a bar over on the map. It's in the southeast corner. There are also some doors off of the lounge, a set of double doors to the north, and a single door to the northeast. A door kind of at the end of a hallway to the another door to down this hallway to the east, and there is a door behind the bar leading also to the east. So yeah, let me just check in quickly with other players and see how they are doing. Lone Walker / Micah, you've been exploring the grounds of the spa. Would you like to continue doing that, or are there other places you would like to go?
Yeah, first, I wonder if these are adoptive sisters, because is it not odd that they're different kinds of elves? How are a moon elf and whatever the other one was, elf sisters, unless they're adoptive sisters? It's just an interesting thing.
Family comes in all shapes and sizes.
Look, have you seen me? I know this, but still, just in this case, that's something I'm sus about.
All right.
Anyway, so I think we will head west. I have picked up the swords that I just absolutely hate. Sort of shoved them into.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You found some weapons in a. I forget what piece of furniture it was, but inside
like an armoire,
the quarters of an armoire. Yeah, somebody's right. It was a bureau, guys. Get it together. Yeah, you found some weapons that you at first threw out the window, and then I guess later have claimed, so that somebody is going to go looking for these secret swords and be sad.
So that I can pull my folks aside and say, look at these infernal weapons that are here. Kind of weird, huh?
Yeah. Yes. So you've got your infernal swords.
Got those yours. Sort of. They're underneath my. It's not a cape, because. His cloak, that's what it is. Underneath his cloak. Yeah. So that they can't be seen, but they're like, he just has this chill in his back. Anyway, Lone Walker. Yes.
Can I ask a really rudimentary question? This is to everybody. Where does the definition of a cloak and a cape? Where does one start and one begin?
I would say a cloak has a hood and a cape doesn't.
I think a cape is attached at the back, but a cloak
goes over the shoulders.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I think of a cloak as
definitions are true.
Yeah, I don't look, because like Lando Calrissian is always described as having a cape, but I think it goes like all the way. It's not very long. I was wondering if like a cape is like waist length, whereas a cloak is like knee or ankle length. Anyway,
well, you can have a floor length cape.
You can have a floor length cape.
You want a floor length cape, Tony?
No, I think I trip on it a lot. I'm pretty clumsy. So
I call that a train, a wedding train.
All right, apologies, Michael.
Anyway,
you are wearing a cloak with some infernal swords under it. You are in the backyard of the spa. It looks like you might be heading west.
I am heading west.
So you checked out there's this low tower in the backyard, which like there was a path from the spa that led to it, and it seemed pretty kind of secure. There was there were no easy obvious entrances into it, and it was kind of locked doors and whatnot. To the west of the tower is another structure, and this structure looks kind of all like overgrown and looks very kind of I don't know if abandoned is the right word for it, but certainly not like maintained.
Unkempt.
Yeah, like the woods are kind of starting to like reclaim it. There are lots of bushes around it. There's no real path from where you are to it, but you're an adventurer. You could walk across some underbrush without having to roll a survival check. Apologies while I find the description of that space so that I can read.
In the meantime, we're reading the definition of cloak and cape. So
nice.
Take your time.
Thank you.
It looks like Tony was correct, and everyone
That
else,
seems
including me,
unlikely.
was wrong.
Really? Capes are short?
Capes are short.
Yeah.
Lean posted something that says cloaks and capes are both sleeveless outer garments made with one piece of fabric. The main difference between a cloak and cape is the size. A cloak falls below the knee to the ground and protects the wearer from the weather. Capes end at the waist or mid-thigh. Superman does not have a cape. He has a cloak.
It's a cloak.
What? Wow. Seems like cape's more of a fashion statement. Cloak's potentially slightly more functional, but obviously
that was actually the final sentence, essentially, in that paragraph.
A cape is often used for fashion purposes.
What is wrong with me? Micah, Lone Walker heads across the yard. There is a crumbling stone building. This is kind of a low one-story building. It's partially hidden by like overgrown trees and scrub, and the
I don't want no scrubs.
And the like all kinds of vines and stuff are growing up the sides of this building. It looks in poor kind of poor state of repair. There's some engraved images on it that you might need to do a perception check and or clear some vines away to see it. There are stone doors on the front of the shrine, and there is something, looks like there might be some text above it.
Okay. So I think what I would like to do, Tony Sindelar,
that's me,
is perhaps a history check to see if that will have some information based in history on the text that's there, because when you roll a perception check of 4, you hope your history check will be higher. But I got a 13, which is not great, but perhaps enough to read text.
The text, you could read it. You really didn't need to roll anything to see it. You just need to roll to, clear away some of the vines. And it says, I think in common, "Welcome, dearest ones. Come find the beauty within you."
Oh.
That's not sus at all.
So maybe like this is the OG building.
Looking around, there are some kind of images on it that seem like they might be, I will tell you, we'll use your history check here. Kind of around the text are engraved in the stone are some images that look like they might be, they're a little in disrepair and faded and crumbly, but possibly images of Soon, which Soon is a goddess of beauty.
Okay. Are there any windows?
There are some windows. Yes, they are kind of small. They're not very big, but there are some windows. Yeah. Hold on.
I would like to attempt to peer through a window.
Okay. There are 4 windows around the sides of the building. Just gonna clear a little bit more of the darkness around it. The window, it's got this strange, as you look through it, you kind of have to stand on your tippy toes to peek your head through it. It's got this weird semi-transparent, but kind of like it's like frosted glass. It almost looks like it's some kind of resin Lone Walker that is got the window kind of sealed shut.
Okay, well, Lone Walker's going to try what he tried at the last place, and do a little hit with his quarterstaff on the window just to see if it's got any give.
Do you want to give me a strength check?
I would love to give you a strength check, Tony. Let me find my strength inside and in the game. How does a 21 sound?
A 21 is enough. It takes maybe more than one hit. Like you hit it and it kind of chips, and you hit it again you're like, okay, I'm going to use all my Lone Walker strength here. And you hit it and it's like, this is much sturdier than glass, but you were able to kind of break the resin off. And I imagine you might have to just pull chunks of it out of the window frame. It's not a very big window. Are you medium sized even as a Goliath?
I am.
Okay.
I'm very tall, but I can see inside now.
Right? Yeah, you have yeah, okay. Yeah, you could peek inside, and I'll tell you, it would be a tight squeeze for you, but it would be possible for you to climb through this window if you needed to. Inside the building, let me just get my you are peeking inside the window here. The interior of the structure looks like it has been abandoned after some kind of maybe battle or confrontation or fight. There are broken pieces of furniture, shredded cushions that have kind of been overgrown with fungi and plants. There's some kind of scattered around. It looks like this place has been really trashed. There are 4 large mirrors hanging on the walls that you can see, and they're all shattered with some of the shards of broken glass covering the ground. You can see in kind of the center of that room, it uses this is that star symbol. Star symbol is D&D map for a statue. There's a statue of Soon against the far wall. It looks like it's the statue at one point might have had kind of an expression of like smiling laughter, but has been streaked with dirt and grime, and actually kind of almost looks like the statue is weeping. You can see just off to the side of the statue a staircase descending into darkness.
This is tough, because what Lone Walker is counting on is that the other folks are sort of, in his mind, everybody has the skills that they have and they do their things, and we've all like gone to different places to talk to people. But what Lone Walker is trying to learn is when it comes time to ask for help. But I don't think he's there yet. So I do think that he would go inside and look around and then make a choice on whether it's time to ask.
I will say we still have a psychic link, so you can communicate.
Oh, that's right. Thank you for the reminder.
Do you want to act on that reminder?
Yeah. Lone Walker is going to say, I seem to have come across a building that is being neglected. Not only is there no path leading to the building, but it is decrepit, and inside is a statue of this goddess of beauty. But the statue is not currently beautiful.
Well, whatever you do, don't break any windows or anything. I mean, like you could go in and have a look around, maybe clean the statue up, see if you can.
That's exactly what Lone Walker was thinking. That's so funny that you thought that.
Do you have like a kit of cleaning equipment in your?
Well,
see, a fantasy Windex.
He happens to be wearing a cloak, which has a lot of cloth, I've learned.
Oh well, I mean, I think clean statue, clean adventure. I don't know.
Clean statue, clean hearts, clean mind, can't lose, or whatever. Yeah, I think he is going to go inside Tony, and if I can go inside and then do a perception first.
All right. You squeeze through the tiny window and land inside this. I'm just going to tell you, looking around, this seems like this structure was probably a shrine. Seems like a shrine to the goddess Soon. So we can call this building a shrine if that's okay. As I mentioned, there is a lot of broken glass from the mirrors on the floor. Lone Walker, what kind of footwear do you wear?
Let me see. I don't know if I have like specifically what I'm wearing, but I imagine it is a pair of like thick leather boots.
Okay, you're not barefoot.
No.
Okay. I will tell you, moving around in here, if you needed to do anything stealthily, is going to be challenging because of the broken glass, but the boots will protect your feet. This is not a diehard situation where you're going to cut your feet up.
Got it. Yeah, he's not big on stealth anyway, and has disadvantage on it. So Interesting. Mirrors. Can I look into the mirror to the right of me?
Yeah.
This one here.
It's kind of spider glass broken, and half of the glass from it is on the ground. But it's your reflection looking back at you. It does not seem to be
nothing weirdy woo woo.
No, nothing strange or spooky about it.
Okay. Well, then Lone Walker's going to walk up to the statue.
Mm-hmm.
And he will pull out his what is it? Water skin.
Mm-hmm.
And pick up. I think he's probably got. Oh, he's got the robe that he didn't use. So he takes the robe, this beautiful plushy cotton
beautiful white cotton, mint condition,
right,
with the logo of the temple, the Rest of Lily on the in the corner. Yeah,
pours water all over it, and literally does start to.
It is now caked in mud. All right. Give me some kind of check for cleaning a statue.
Yeah, why not a
cleaning check?
We could do sleight of hand. We could do performance.
It's probably something dexterity or strength based. So
okay, let me just do a dex check for you.
Yeah. Why not? You're not going to fail. It's just how long is it going to take you?
Oh, I see. I got. Why is it not showing me? Oh, a 9.
All right. It is. Lone Walker, I don't think you're in the statue maintenance stage of your life. It's taking you a while, and you really got to get into the nooks and crannies on the statue. So you are there cleaning a statue of a depiction of a beautiful goddess. That's going to take you a while. So while that's happening, let's check in on Nyasa and Townley. You are over in the spa. We fade back in as Townley wraps up his Queen of Air and Darkness spiel.
Well, I gotta get going. It's been really good talking to you guys.
We'll be seeing you around, I'm sure. Good luck with the whole Queen of Air and Darkness thing.
That's right. I get out of
the halfling turns to his business partner and is like, kids these days.
I get out of the pool and walk over to where I just dropped my robe. I'm walking into the pool, and I snuggle up into the robe and go. I'm going to go to the lounge.
All right, and Nyasa is here also. If you
yeah, I think Nyasa,
need to check in with Nyasa.
She was going to ask Serena a question. She was going to say her name, Nyasa. She was actually named after a water spirit, which is kind of a coincidence. But Serena, now when the sisters took over, were there any kind of problems?
So you in order to talk to Serena, the water sprite, you do have to kind of submerge yourself in the water to do so.
I am already in the water.
You are already pre-submerged. The water spirit kind of manifests in front of you as kind of just a face in the water. I think there's actually art of there's not in Candlekeep. The art is few and far between. So let me just check. I think there actually is art of the Serena. Maybe not.
I mean, I've seen the Abyss, so
there's a face on the map right there. That's her face.
Yeah.
Okay. Canon. So sorry, I did the thing where I got distracted looking for things in Roll20, which takes me forever. I'll find that later. Serena kind of manifests and says, "Hello."
Hi. Yeah. Does Nyasa does the spiel about being, of a water spirit. We're kind of kindred.
Oh, how lovely!
Oh, wow, she doesn't seem nice.
Jeez, James.
But yeah, I was just wondering when the sisters took over this place from, I think it was a Mr. Silversong, who was the original owner. I don't want to say that anyone owns you, obviously, but were there any problems when they took over?
I try not to get involved in workplace politics. It's a little beneath me.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I just wanted to check in on you, see how you were doing.
I'm fine, I guess.
If there's anything we can do, let us know. Always happy to help.
I hope you enjoy my waters.
Always. So I think Nyasa's gonna sort of respectfully get out, probably pick up the robe. She's kind of 50-50 on that. And is also going to head down to the bar.
All right. I'm going to say that Townley and Nyasa are arriving in the lounge approximately when Jasper and Valente are arriving there, if that's okay. So 4 out of 5 of you are in the lounge. There are people getting pedicures, manicures. There are people having fancy meals of fresh fruit. I'm not sure what you want to do in the lounge.
I'd like to go to the bar. Is this a bar?
Yes, there is a bar.
I'm also heading to the bar.
What's on the menu?
A spa attendant kind of wordlessly hands you a little scroll with a variety of fancy liqueurs and mixed drinks that are available.
What are some of those liqueurs and mixed drinks, Tony?
What spa-themed cocktail names do you have?
I don't. Oh, this is where if Annette was running this adventure, there would be a set of custom cocktails themed to this adventure. This is where Tony, as dungeon master, falls flat. Let me just check if the adventure describes anything as he frantically.
They can all be mimosas, honestly. You're mostly going to be drinking mimosas with various cocktail versions.
I'll have this watermelon juice, dragon blood, and tequila.
I'll go for
mimosa.
I'll go for the high end one that has like a little taste of Serena in the cocktail.
Okay.
Creepy.
The bartender wordlessly makes your drinks and serves them.
I sort of chink my glass against against Monty's glass, and I think it's a nice place to hang out, really.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to try striking up conversation with the wordless bartender.
The wordless bartender kind of just looks back at you with kind of a very blank, non-committal expression.
They don't get
a wordless expression.
Talk to us.
I would like to cast Detect Magic. Reminder, that's a thing I can do for free, so I'm going to be doing it a lot.
Okay. You are looking at this thing. Remind me what kinds of things you're going to learn from doing Detect Magic.
Oh, sure. Well, Detect Magic, of course. I can use this action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic. And I learned the school of magic, if any. It can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
Okay, so you wait until the bartender is not behind a sheet of, which is now.
Right.
Yep. You, with your detect magic, determine that the bartender, and you know what, I'm just going to say, perhaps because I feel like the next thing you're going to ask me, also all of the staff in the lounge, serving food, doing pedicures and manicures, are construct with a disguise magic cast on them to make them appear as attractive, generic looking humans clad in spa staff clothing.
Are the customers real?
The customers are real.
Okay. I'll lead over to Nyasa. The magic eyes that the Queen of Air and Darkness gave me. Have I mentioned the magic eyes?
You have occasionally in our adventures. Yes.
They have revealed that all of the employees in this room are constructs. They aren't people at all.
I just thought they were really poorly paid.
No, it's even worse than that. They've replaced people with automatons.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I prefer that, but
just because you are kind of studying the room, Townley, there does seem to be, there's a variety of customers here. You see kind of a fancy looking dwarven noble. Sometimes it's hard to tell who somebody is when they're all wearing just their fluffy white robes, but I imagine that like he has like he still has like his rings on and maybe like a gold tooth. There is a gnome. There is it looks like they're human, a kind of elderly human couple off in one corner, and yeah, none of them seem to be reeking of magic the way the human the spa attendants do. I will tell you, looking around, you also get that same sense that some kind of illusory disguise self magic has been placed on Morgana. I don't know if you have not been introduced yet, but the moon elf that is clearly running the lounge and directing her various staff back and forth. And so far you've noticed that like the staff of the spa, at least here in the lounge, Safe was obviously a chatty nonstop fun factory, but here the spa acolytes are wordless. They do not. They nod and maybe make nonverbal gestures, but are otherwise mute.
That dwarven noble you mentioned, does this dwarven noble have auburn eyes?
No.
Okay.
He has, what's the opposite of auburn?
Blobbern
eyes, which is a dwarven word canon for green.
Green, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Thanks, Micah. Let's bring Jasper and Valente in here too. So you're in the lounge. There are people getting pedicures, manicures, eating fruit. What would you like to do?
Well, I order a polar mimosa, which is it has a blue curacao, blueberries, and blackberries in it. It's very delicious. But then I'm going to, because I overheard Nyasa, so I'm not wasting my time with any of these spa people, and I'm going to just introduce myself to this moon elf and say hello.
You should say it in a sort of obscure elven dialect.
Of course I did that. I speak Elvish.
The moon elf looks at you and kind of responds back in common. Hello there.
That's not the voice I was expecting from someone so elegant.
I'm
hello.
sorry.
And I said that to myself. Not to
Oh.
her face.
Oh.
In my head.
I heard you.
Hello.
Welcome to the Temple of the Restful Lily. I hope your stay is restful.
It has been so far, except for there was someone trying to make me work out in this other space.
That's
it was
my
a bit
dear,
intense.
my dear sister Azirsa. Workouts are, of course, very optional. You do not need to engage in air calisthenics unless that would be to your satisfaction.
Trust me, I don't do anything I don't want to do. So you are one of the owners of this spa.
Oh yes, me and my dear sisters. This is our place.
So we've come here to enjoy the spa, but also we're looking for someone, a dwarven creature person. And
we cater to all kinds here. All are welcome at the Temple of the Restful Lily, as long as you have your money.
Oh, don't worry, I do. His name was Felthrax Alodar. He had amber eyes. Not what was it? Amber.
Oh,
which one?
Amber.
Auburn or Blobbern?
Blobbern. No, the opposite of Blobbern.
Yeah, remember with the handful helpful reminder, the opposite of Blobbern.
Which is just Auburn.
Auburn.
And that's green.
If this adventure does not force at least one listener to unlearn the word Auburn, our work is not done. Morgana kind of pauses, kind of taps her chin, and thinks, Falthrax. Doesn't ring a bell, but we do have so many people who pass through our doors that we customer service is of the most importance here, but that doesn't ring a bell. I'm sorry. Maybe you arrived here before they did.
Can I roll like insight to see if I believe them?
Oh, absolutely.
Because
I'm just sitting.
You're just sitting across the lounge, staring at her intently with your tabaxi eyes.
Totally. Yeah.
So I rolled an 8. So I'm like
Valente seems reasonable. Jasper, your little cat ears twitch because you have detected a lie, or at least some kind of omission of truth. So,
Okay.
but enough about your friend. We'll see that they are taken care of when they get here. What can we do for you today? How can we make your stay ever so restful? Maybe a pedicure, a manicure. We could arrange a massage.
I think a manicure would be lovely.
She snaps her finger, and a wordless acolyte appears and starts setting up a pedicure station for you.
I take that pedicure or manicure.
She kind of walks you over to the fancy chair, holds your arm as you sit down, and says, "If everything is not to your satisfaction, you will be sure to let me know."
Oh yes, I will.
You are in good hands. And she heads off to do other spa business in the lounge.
Nasa just rolls her eyes.
Meanwhile, over at the bar, Jasper, Townley, and Nyasa are there. Jasper and Townley, this might be, and Nyasa, your first chance to kind of check notes together since separating.
I was actually going to go and talk to Morgana. I've been in touch with these guys. We don't need to compare notes.
Let's give Jasper a chance to do something then.
Yes.
I
can recommend the cocktails. They're very good.
think they're lying about everything. So I think I want to wait for Nyasa. Like, I want to wait for Morgana to not be paying attention, and I want to go open some doors.
Okay.
I can do distraction.
Well, I will tell you, there's a couple doors off of the lounge. One of them is behind the bar, so it seems like it would be pretty challenging to, like, jump over the bar, head past the bartender, and go through that door. Not impossible. And I will even tell you,
my stealth is pretty good.
Yeah. The doors. There's two doors on the north side of the lounge that you see guests coming and going from. So they seem to be kind of open to the public. We'll say that the door behind the bar and the door at the end of this little hallway off here to the east have kind of staff only markers. So two of the doors open to the public, two of the doors not, in case that determines which doors. What I'm saying is two of the doors clearly you could poke your head into without any concerns.
Okay, well, let's go poke my head in a door just so we can map this.
Why don't you take your token over to a door, and I'll tell you what you see.
Could we put a little marker on the two doors that are staff only? I know the one in the bar.
Yeah. I'm going to put a little red X on them.
Okay. Awesome.
Did I draw those on the wrong layer? Possibly.
Can
you see red X? Yeah, I totally drew them on the wrong layer. Now I can't see them, so everything is great.
Nobody can see them.
Hi, future Erica, as this is edited out.
All we need to do is get a job here, and then those doors are open.
They seem to mainly hire constructs.
We could probably do a good.
We could pretend we don't know that.
They hired a goblin.
Yeah, well, he appears to be. I think he appeared to be human, but he speaks with a goblin accent. We haven't gotten Seth's whole. Well, we haven't gotten Seth's whole backstory. Do you see the red squiggles now? Did I do that correctly?
Yes.
All right, cool. Excellent. Jasper, you head north to the double doors. Great choice. I am just going to reveal this whole kind of general area here. The map is not littered with customers, which I imagine it actually would be, but they just didn't want to litter it with customer tokens. So you head north. You pass through this set of, or at least peek through this set of double doors. I imagine people might be kind of coming and going from this space. And this seems to be an area set up for massages. There's a drow standing in kind of a receiving area here with a clipboard, and he's kind of noting down there's some other clients there. You see someone leaving and someone being checked in. He's garbed in kind of a silk robe. And it looks like you see the doors open and close, rooms to receive massages off of this little hallway here. You also see it looks like possibly a door leading out the back of the spa on the far side of this little chamber. But these seem to be, very fancy, kind of. The light is really soft and dim here. The area here has little shelves that are all full of like different scented fragrances and perfumes and oils and whatnot, and little candles that are flickering. So this seems to be the massage area.
Okay. Can I go peek through the other door and then in my turn?
Yep. You peek through another door here, and it looks like there's a long hallway that probably runs a decent length of the spa. You can't quite. It goes down to the east and then takes a turn to the south, so you can't see all the way around there. And you see some guests coming and going. This looks like this might be guest quarters, right? There are some doors with numbers on it across the hall from you. It seems like this is basically the overnight places that guests would stay who are spending a night at the Temple of the Rest of Lily. Let us jump over to Micah. Lone Walker, you have broken into? Yeah, you broke a window and climbed in. Yep, you broke into an abandoned shrine. You cleaned a statue. It took a while. The statue is now... Can statues look shiny? I don't know. The statue is at least not streaked with dirt and crime anymore. And you have ruined one cotton robe.
I think first Ashguri Lone Walker Makotatahani is going to lean or kneel down before the statue and just give kind of a solemn nod for a second and kind of collect his thoughts. And also he's playing it cool, but it's one of those things where he's also kind of like peeking with one of his eyes just to see if anything's happening. If that happened to do anything. But yeah, if after a moment nothing seems to happen, then he's going to check out the stairs.
Nothing seems to happen. You head over to the stairs. The stairs seem to go down into a basement or a lower chamber of the shrine. The stairs are, dark, unlit, probably cluttered with, dirt and debris, given the rest of the state of the shrine. Do you have any kind of light source handy?
Yes. And that's going to depend on whether canonically the campaign we did before is part of the history of Lone Walker, because if so, then he still has a boomstick, which is not called a boomstick, but I keep calling it a boomstick, and it glows, and it's a rod.
A sun rod. A boomstick is what Bruce Campbell's character calls a shotgun, just so we're clear.
So yes, sun rod.
Let me just set up the next map here in a second. So you have a light source.
Yes, and if that didn't work, then I also have a way to make light appear on my weapon.
All right. Let me James, I'm switching you to a new map. Let me know if that causes any issues with the stream there.
No, we're good.
Okay. Okay, Lone Walker, you are kind of creeping down the stairs. They're dirty, grimy, with your sunrod kind of illuminating things. You head down the stairs and peek around a corner, and you are looking into this area. There's kind of a soft white glow rising from a square pool that takes up most of this chamber, set in the floor of it. Scattered around the pool, there are torn cushions, rugs, tapestries. Some of it has been kind of piled in a corner, maybe like a makeshift bed. There's twigs and scraps of, basically branches and plant life, kind of maybe into a little campfire near that. And you hear the sound of someone sobbing.
Oh no. I guess perception check.
Okay.
See if I can find them.
Yeah. Give me a quick perception check.
It's a 4.
Why don't you roll again with advantage because they're audible. So this time you use your ears and not just your eyes.
All right. Well, he perceived again and was having trouble, so he investigated and got a 19.
All right. Looking around, it seems like the sobbing might be coming from the kind of nest of fabric and rags in the corner of this shrine basement.
Okay. I will approach. Lone Walker will approach very cautiously, on guard, touche, but will approach the nest.
There seems to be, as you get closer, indeed a figure kind of, not sleeping, I guess, because they're crying audibly, but snuggled up in the nest. And they're kind of weeping and kind of shaking just softly into them themselves. They look, just everything about this seems not great.
Okay, Lone Walker's very aware of his size, and so he's going to kneel down, and then he will say, "Is everything okay?"
A face that is green with a hair that is made of serpents turns to look at you and says, "Go away!" And that is where we'll stop for today.
Then Lone Walker becomes a statue.
Has Lone Walker made a new friend here in the basement of this shrine to soon abandoned and left to be taken back by the elements here behind the Temple of the Restful Lily? What is the deal with these strange elf sisters who are running this spa? Why are the attendants of the spa almost all constructs? What has happened to Falthrax Loader, and what will our adventurers need to do to rescue him? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill. The end. For now.
Kendall Keith, colon, The Price of Beauty, hyphen Blobbern Eyes, comma, the musical.
Semicolon, basement, and Terabang, Medusa. All right.
Somebody please transcribe that.
please don't. I think we should take a 10-minute break here, and then we will come back with some more Dungeons and Dragons live stream / bootleg. Go and get yourselves a beverage, because that's what we're gonna do.
Indeed.
Refresh yourself.
It looks like it's about 4:03 my time, so we'll be back at 4:13.
All right.
Sounds good.
Okay,
All right.
There we go.
We're back.
It might be a surprise to Tony, but
I'm mainly debating whether we start with Micah or we make people wait.
Oh, I kind of like making them or having them wait.
What do you?
That's
I mean,
more
if this
exciting,
was a
I think.
TV show,
Yeah, we wouldn't
Totally.
immediately cut back. So
We've
All right.
cut to four other people like drinking mimosas and having
Yeah.
lovely
Drinking, getting manicures.
plus, table talk wise, it is helpful that the rest of the investigation gets a chance to continue before Lone Walker may have to say, "I'm in danger, come help." So if that is the case, you know, they still get to ask around and maybe figure out a little bit more before. So I like it for that reason as well.
Okay.
I'm still going to finish my drink first. I know we didn't pay for the drinks. Did they go on a tab?
They go on your tab.
Is it a group tab or? Because I'm
I
not
think they
paying
keep
for
track
other
of individual.
people's drinks. I just want to be clear.
I'll pay for other people's drinks, and I'm the mean one.
Wow, one of you is gracious.
I just assume we're going to end up burning this place to the ground on our way out.
One of us
so.
is rich.
With the
No,
alcohol.
I kept the book. I'm totally buying.
I think we're
This is
gonna
an ancient structure, and it's made of stone.
I don't want to burn this place down for once. I want to be running.
I
this
want to
place.
take over it.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh.
This
You
is
know,
gonna
you
be
say-
our-
I'm going to be
We're the
really,
new sisters.
you know, visiting a spa is lovely and relaxing. Running a spa might be a bit of a headache. I'm just going to say.
It comes with all these automatons.
Yeah, they do all the work. I mean,
The sisters seem to have to run a very hands-on business. I'm just saying they're here.
That's their choice.
They're not off, you know,
we-
drinking
we'll-
mimosas.
we'll just
They're
make some-
supervising other people making mimosas.
We'll
The pool
make,
presumably
like-
cleans itself.
Yeah.
we'll get some middle management automatons in
Yeah.
to run the other automatons.
Like we're smart.
Yeah.
I don't think the answer is more automatons to everything.
Have you ever run a spa?
No, have you?
I've
Yes.
visited a spa.
James, I want to point out, when was the last time you had a job that wasn't self-employed?
I mean,
that-
12,
that's-
15 years.
no.
That's why
Like,
this
I have employees.
that's why this is fantasy roleplay.
Yes. I dream of being in management. No, 22 years since I have not been employed by myself.
So I'm just saying. All right.
But I have
should we-
played a lot of SimCity and other
Oh, okay.
management type things.
Totally
Have
the
you-
same.
Have you played Spa? No, it would be Sim Spa.
Spa City.
Spa City. I would play that game.
I'm sure there is.
There's got to be a video game where you run a spa, like, right? There's got to be. I mean, that's got to be. There's got. That sounds.
If not a Sims expansion pack where you have to run a spa. So I think what we're saying is we're eminently qualified. So Annette and I
One of my
I
clients-
use neither of those words.
One of my clients is a spa, and then I
Is
send-
a spa?
they are a
What?
spa.
They
And-
themselves are a spa?
They
Wow.
are.
spas are people.
Yeah, they live in a pool.
Mm.
But yes, so I know everything about spas now.
So really, we're just checking this place out from a. Sort of
Do you get a
fun-
discount? Should we all be going to Edmonton and going to a spa? Why are we doing this
do get
D&D
a
podcast?
discount. I do get a discount, and also I just take all the money she pays me and pays it back to her.
Nice.
Yeah.
hmm
Mm.
It's a win-win.
All right. Should we play Dungeon or Dragon?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
All right, we'll do one more session today. Hey, looks like there might be some kind of combat in this one. So, welcome back to Total Party Kill. It's me, Tony Sindelar, a dungeon master. I use he, him pronouns. Today, we are continuing the Candlekeep Mysteries adventure, The Price of Beauty, in which our adventurers go to a spa and things happen. Allow me to introduce our players. They will introduce their characters, and then I will do a slightly more detailed recap of the events happening so far. First up, it's Micah Sargent. Micah, welcome back.
Hi, thank you. Yes, I play Ajguri Lone Walker Makotata Hani, a Goliath paladin who goes by Lone Walker. He and I both use he, him pronouns.
Next up, it's Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
Hi, I play Jasper, a Tabaxi monk, and we both use she, her pronouns.
Also joining us, Monty Ashley.
Hello, I use he, him pronouns, and so does my character, Townley Mountain Taker. He's a warlock.
And next up, it's Annette Wierstra.
Hello, I am playing Valenthe, a elven druid, and we both use she, her pronouns.
And last but not least, James Thompson.
I use he, him pronouns, but using she, her pronouns is Nyasa Nightweaver, who is a high elf rogue ex-assassin who was named after a water spirit, but apparently you should never meet your heroes.
So our adventurers have traveled to the spa known as the Temple of the Restful Lily. They are looking for a missing dwarven librarian of the name Falthrax Loader. Some strange things are happening at the spa, I think it's fair to say. The spa has been apparently sometime a while back taken over by three elven sisters who are perhaps more than or something different than what they present themselves as. Lone Walker, our Goliath Paladin, has been checking out the other structures on the spa grounds, investigating the employees only tower where some of the employees of the spa seem to live, and has found himself in his way into a abandoned shrine to Soon, the god of love and beauty. Has cleaned up a statue because that's just the kind of good citizen Lone Walker is, and found his way down into the basement where he has come face to face with a strange snaky-haired individual. Will Lone Walker be turned to stone? Is this the last of his adventure? Is Micah already working on a new character? We'll find out later. We're not going to start with Micah. Meanwhile, the rest of our group is hanging out in the lounge. Some people are getting pedicures and manicures. Townley and Nyasa are enjoying some cocktails.
I'm also
Jasper
eating a
has
meatball
been-
sub.
Townley, yes, you had to like special order it, which was like the bartender. There was a lot of eye rolling, I'm just saying, but they did accommodate your request.
It's technically a martini, but with a lot of substitutions.
Oh, is it just? I imagine it's like the glass is full of marinara sauce, and then there's 3 meatballs on like a little spear thingy.
Yeah.
And I guess there's no bread. So,
Well, sure, it's low carb. It's a spa.
Yeah. So you're enjoying the signature Townley cocktail, the meatball sub. Hold the sub. Jasper, you have found seems like the sleeping quarters for guests at the spa. I don't remember when you came in if you arranged for a day pass or if you booked accommodations. I feel like if you had booked overnight accommodations, I would have shown you this part of the map earlier, but there's no way to know what you paid for. We didn't record that part. We did. I just hate going back to those things and keeping track of finance is the worst part of Dungeons and Dragons, except possibly for scheduling. So let's start with the group in the lounge. Valenthe, your pedicure is wrapping up. It's very nice. Jasper, Townley, Nyasa, what would you like to do next?
I want to talk to Morgana.
All right. Townley, you kind of head over to Morgana, who is directing. Oh, sorry. Nyasa, you head over to Morgana. Thanks, Monty.
I mean, Monty can follow, but so yeah, I'll sort of come up to Morgana and say,
"Hello, dearie. How you doing?"
What a wonderful place you have here. It came highly recommended, but it's actually far better in now that we've actually seen
it. It warms my heart to hear this. You're so kind.
There was one little thing. I'd heard tell that you might have some, shall we say, exclusive treatments.
Oh, please come over this way. Let's have a seat and discuss this. She kind of walks you over to a little set of table and chairs in the corner of the lounge, a little bit set away from everybody else, just so you're not as easily overheard. But any of the other player characters could overhear if they wanted to. It's that kind of place.
I'm just broadcasting everything to them. So.
Yeah. And Morgana kind of you know, there's like a little table tent with the kind of basic spa services, pedicures, manicures, and whatnot. And she kind of makes a show of like taking that off the table and clearing the table, and just says, yes, we have a range of exclusive services available for our most deserving of clients, people that are looking to enhance some of their natural talents.
I mean, I feel my talents are fairly good, but there can always be improvements.
Always, we're all a work in progress, honey. I mean,
the truth.
And my sisters and I, we can work together and bring you a variety of things. Let me just give you an overview of some of our most requested services. Some people might find that, say, their physical or mental abilities are not at the peak of what they would like to be, and perhaps with our work we could enhance your already considerable assets, but that is within our abilities. Other people, they wish to change something about their physical appearance, and we can help you with that. Perhaps you would like to be a little taller, a little shorter, different in some dimension. Just if there's anything about your physical self that you do not like, we can change that. And then, of course, one of our most popular services, people who that perhaps they look back fondly on some of their years, and youth is wasted on the young, but not here at the Temple of the Restful Lily. We would be glad to take you back to some of your prime years, if you would be so inclined. Now, again, these are exclusive services available for only our most elite clientele. We would appreciate if you would keep the nature of these services confidential and not discuss them with the other guests. It has a way of making people jealous,
Oh, I understand completely. I think you'll find that my companions and I are only the finest guests that you'll have, and certainly none of them are doing anything right now. So I like you mentioned, like, improvements. Like I feel I could do with some increases in my durability. What would be the sort of procedure there?
Well, this is all. She pulls out a rather thick NDA. Well, obviously, the exact details of our treatments are trade secrets.
Of course.
But I can confide in you here that the nature of our treatments, of these magical transformations that we provide, again, for only our most esteemed clients, is one of an artistic nature. You see, we will paint a portrait of you as you aspire to be, and through the creation of that portrait will become reality. And however you wish to be seen in that painting, we will give those gifts to you here in your body.
That sounds wonderful. I think we'll definitely all avail of this service. We might have a sort of a look around, just generally, but
looking for a group deal.
Groupon. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I hate to.
Morgana takes another document and puts it on top of the NDA, which seems to be some kind of contract. It's kind of a form. A lot of the sections are blank, but you see both. Morgana and her sisters are listed there, as well as an area where you would indicate what what type of enhancements you as the customer are looking for in IASA. That's left blank for you to be filled out. There's a decent amount of legalese here. Do you want to give me a quick some kind of wisdom or intelligence check to make sense of what this looks like? Not that you're signing this here, but
Yeah, Nyasa is really bad at both wisdom and intelligence, so
that explains a lot.
High charisma, high dexterity, nothing else.
Just like James.
Just like James, except the dexterity and some of the charisma. All right, so let's see. Oh, none of these is going to be particularly good. I've rolled a 12.
Looked pretty standard to you. I don't know how many contracts Nyasa has signed.
She's more of a stab first, sign later kind of gal.
Morgana says, well, I'm thinking you might want to think on this, but if this is something you'd like to taken care of later today or tomorrow, my sisters and I would be happy to squeeze you in.
That's very kind of you. I really appreciate this.
She snaps her fingers and an acolyte appears with a bowl of fruit that is placed at the table in front of you. Now, you have a think on that. Enjoy some fruit. I'll be around.
I'll have a pear if there's a pear there. Fancy.
There's a pear.
Okay, excellent. Roll for
Morgana heads off around the lounge doing various spa maintenance activities.
Nyasa just gives a thumbs up to the room.
Yeah. Valente, you're I forget if you're getting a pedicure or manicure, but
I was getting a manicure. It is like
Manicure.
very glittery, but I trust everyone, but I don't trust my sister. And I'm like, go over there and be like, oh, what was that all about?
They seem to be offering some additional services, which sounded very sketchy. There was something about a painting. I don't know if it was going in an attic, but it didn't sound good. On the other hand, I wouldn't mind some of the improvements that they're talking about. So we could get the improvements, then kill everyone.
I slapped her across the face. And I was like, no, snap out of it. Slap.
It's just like our childhood.
Uh-huh.
I slump back in.
Do we want... Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I huff and slump back in my chair.
I suggest maybe we try to get in, let's try to find out more about these paintings and go into some of those, one of those doors that is marked employees only.
I hand over the contract and say, well, you read this. You're the smart one. Are you? I don't actually know.
I'll roll.
Roll for smart.
I rolled a 23.
Wow, Valente is the smart one among the siblings.
Yeah.
You read over it. The NDA is lengthy, but basically, honestly, you're not sure. I mean, given the lack of courts in the in the wilderness, it's unclear how exactly that would stand up. But basically, maintains that you're not allowed to discuss any terms of services with the Temple of Restful Lily with others. You're a little bit more focused on the slightly more concise, but still rather dense contract for treatments. As mentioned, it's not filled out yet, so there's a large space for where Nyasa or someone would identify themselves, for where they would specify what kind of treatments they would receive. You are looking through there's a section about how, all kinds of things that the Temple of Restful Lily is not liable for. Strangely hidden relatively deep inside one of the paragraphs, and it's almost surprising that Nyasa or someone else did not ask about this, is a note about the payment for the procedures, which is in the form of a small boon to be called upon by the Temple of Restful Lily within a year of services rendered. There is also kind of a very, very tiny footnote to one of the other paragraphs indicating that all transformations brought about by these services will not last longer than a year, and the Temple of Restful Lily is not responsible for any side effects after the treatment has expired.
Sounds great, right?
Yes. This treatment only lasts a year, and to be honest, this seems like kind of a smart business model, but not for us as the customer.
But maybe us as the owners.
Well, yes, obviously. As owners, this might work.
Yes, the true dream of capitalism is to exploit others, listeners.
Yeah.
Is it not?
Yeah.
Just you cannot.
Speaking truth to power, Tony Sindelar.
I'm just let us take the tools of the master tools and use
Seize
them
the means
against
of
production and use them against our fellow workers. Now who's in charge, people? All right. You cannot liberate each other with the master tools. Let's go check in on Jasper. Jasper, you were poking around. You found a long hallway that seemed to run kind of a large chunk of the spa area that seems to be sleeping quarters for guests. Lots of doors upon doors, each of them with little numbers next to them. I imagine they're all kind of fancy. Maybe they're like wooden sliding doors,
Okay. I'm going to. I don't want to go down the hallway, so I'm going to come over here to the employees only door.
All right, you can head back across the little part of the lounge here, and there is a door in the corner that says staff only.
And I'm going to try to do this stealthily, just in case.
Just in case.
That is a 2 on the die for 8 total.
All right.
Very excited about that.
The door is unlocked and creaks noisily as you open it. Creak. Thank you, Monty. Inside of the is a storage room piled high with crates and shelves full of stuff. There is a spa attendant in here who turns to look at you with kind of a furrowed brow. They seem to be in the process of folding a bunch of towels.
Oh, hi. Close the door.
You get a look of the room. It seems like towels, bed linens, bottles of potions and whatnot was what was in that storage room.
Could I tell like what kinds of potions?
It seemed like, like lotions and perfumes and things like that.
Okay. All right. Cool. Well, all right, I'm going to head down the hallway then.
Okay. So you head across the way and into the halls leading to guest quarters. So the hallway goes to the east and then turns south. You want to peek around the corner to the south?
Yeah.
All right. At this time that you're looking around, before you were, you saw people coming and going and maybe got a peek inside a room. So that kind of made it clear what was going on here. At this time, it is, I'm just going to say it happens to be relatively quiet as you are looking around. You see a hallway with several doors, I don't know, 5 or 6 doors off of it, leading presumably into different guest rooms. At the far end of the hallway, I don't know, 40 feet or so from you, there is there's a little kobold. It's a kobold with kind of white scales, a little unusual coloring for a kobold, kind of shiny purple eyes. And it seems to be kind of fiddling with the doorknob or the lock. He's maybe got some tools out in front of him and is working on the lock. Doesn't seem like he's noticed you.
Does it look like an employee type thing, or does it look like a
I don't know,
into the room type thing?
Give me a perception check.
Perception. That's another 2 for 9.
Unclear.
Okay. Wow. All right. I'm gonna walk down the hall. And I'm just gonna be like, this is a really cool spa, don't you think?
The kobold drops all of his little tools. They make kind of a clattery noise. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. Is this your room?
Yeah.
I was told to fix the lock.
How's that going?
Not dead yet, but almost. I can let you in if you want.
Yeah, That would be great. I thought everybody who worked here was like an automaton. It's unusual to see a kobold.
We're not supposed to talk about that.
Oh, sorry.
My name's Glitter.
Hi, Glitter. How long have you worked here?
A couple years.
Is he called Glitter because he gets everywhere?
I don't think I'm supposed to talk to the guests. I do maintenance.
Oh, okay. I don't want you to get in trouble or anything, but I won't tell anybody that you were talking to me.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Look, I was supposed to meet a friend here. He's
in the room. I'm sorry. I will get the lock fixed right away, and then you can meet your friend.
I just mean at the spa. He's a dwarf, and he has like reddish auburnish eyes, and I can't find him.
Did you say auburn or blobbern?
Auburn with an ah.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen him? I'm really worried.
Glitter looks up and down the hallway. You see a guest exit a room at the far end of the hallway and head down the hall into the lounge. And Glitter seems to wait like a little while just until the door closes and says, "He's in the tower. You didn't hear that from me, but he's in the tower."
Can you tell me where the tower is?
Behind the spa.
Okay, and do you know why he's there?
Some of us who got paintings were kept here now.
Oh. Okay. So you used to be a guest here?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been here?
Several years. I'm not sure. This isn't how I used to be.
So what do we need to do to help you?
I don't know. Maybe you should just leave. It's very dangerous. Don't get a painting.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to go because I don't want anyone to see you talking to me, and I don't want you to get in trouble. But I'm going to see what I can do to help.
Okay, and I'll fix your lock as soon as I can.
Okay, don't worry about it. I lied. This isn't actually my room. I just wanted to talk to you. Okay.
I just want to hold him and say or hold them and say it's going to be okay.
All right, I'm gonna get like as far away from them as I can.
All right, Glitter goes back to feverishly trying to fix the lock, possibly making things worse as they are having some kind of anxiety attack.
Yeah, I would too.
Yep. Let's see. Townley, would you like to do anything?
Yeah, I would like to walk over to this noble dwarf while dipping my meatball into my cup of marinara. Hey there.
Well, hello.
Have you seen my friend Fanthrax? Falthrax? Have you seen my friend Falthrax? Not Panthrax. Fanthrax was
no good.
He's not my friend.
I think it's Filofax.
It's Xerox, actually.
I don't think I know a Falthrax. Could you describe him?
Well, he's a dwarf, auburn eyes. That's really all
I would kill to have auburn eyes. I've been thinking about having a treatment to correct the whole situation I've got up here. He says, pointing to his blobbern eyes.
Your blobbern eyes are just beautiful, though.
Oh, you're too kind.
I am too kind, aren't I?
I'm Bastor. I was gonna take offense that you asked me, dwarf, if I've seen another dwarf, but I did see another dwarf. So hard to argue with that. And he did have Very striking auburn eyes. I think that was just the day before, maybe yesterday, maybe the day before yesterday. I haven't seen him around since. He was definitely I think we were in the same calisthenics class.
Oh, that's interesting.
Maybe a day or two ago.
So how long have you been staying here?
Oh, I've been here about 4 days now. It's my last day and I have to get back to the grind, as it were.
Oh yeah. How do you hear about this place? We found an ad in a book.
Oh, well, it's all the talk in Waterdeep. They say you got to get away from the city every now and then, and this is the place for people to come and relax. Those of sufficient means. I've been very fortunate.
Oh well, I'm sure you have. And may I say that I don't know what you looked like before, but you look stunning right now.
Have I said you're too kind? Because really, you're too kind.
Well, so did you just see Felthrax one day, or was he did he stay more than one day? Do you know?
I don't remember. I'll be honest. It might have been 2 days, but I'll be honest. I've been a little just taking it in. Haven't been letting details bother me these last couple days. Really trying to live life.
Hmm. What year is it?
He answers with the year as you know it. All
right.
Townley. What a strange thing that you ask.
Oh, I was just checking. You know how things
are. You a time traveler? If you're a time traveler,
I have to tell you.
Well, I was going to say that, but maybe there's like a paradox thing. Let's talk about time travel, friend.
Oh, no.
I'm not a time traveler. I was wondering if this was maybe a Brigadoon situation that we were in.
I'm unfamiliar with that bardic play. Would you tell me about it a little bit, just so I can understand the reference?
Well, it's kind of an Irish city that appears once every 100 years or so.
Ireland, where is that?
Oh, that's just
Blireland.
Oh,
it's just off the Sword Coast.
Okay. Sounds great.
So I was thinking maybe this spa just exists like once every 100 years, and maybe you were trapped here forever and didn't know it. Just kind of going through the motions of being spa'd at. But
no, that's a good thing to check. But no, I have been here for 4 days. I know what year it is. I also. I'm just looking through my little fact sheet here. I believe the Brigadoon takes place in Scotland, but I'm also not sure where. Not sure Scotland? Where that is.
I've never heard of Scotland.
I was
heard of Ireland. It's just off the Sword Coast, but Scotland. That's crazy talk.
Just a little fun fact for you there.
We have fun here.
I sulk away from him.
Don't be a stranger.
Oh, by the way, my name's Townley Mountain Taker. Hi.
Hey, some people just I feel like I give my name out right away, and other people they just don't return the favor. I appreciate that about you, Townley.
Yeah, I'm sorry about
be well. It's okay.
I go back to the bar.
Okay. I think.
Can I just really quickly jump into the room and slide in here next to Nyasa and Valente, and tell them, fill them in while Townley's talking.
Yeah. What do you know that you're filling them in on? Just because I'm curious what you know versus what you're speculating / the details of that might be important.
Basically, I ran into a gorgeous, and this is not usually a word that I use for kobolds, a gorgeous kobold, who is basically in some way being held captive here because they got a painting done and now they're the maintenance staff, and they say that the dwarf with auburn eyes is being held in a tower because he also got a painting done. I don't necessarily know what all of this means, but I know that the tower is in back and I feel like we need to investigate pretty quickly.
I'm starting to go off this whole painting idea.
I bring out the contract and be like, okay, so this makes sense for this, and I start like showing her all the like the sub points and so on to elucidate her on the painting for beauty for a year, that then they get the boon, and connecting our two like sets of information together probably tells us what the scheme is.
Nias is just spacing out, drinking a cocktail, and not really listening.
All right. I think, listeners and adventurers, it's time to cut over to the shrine basement, where Lone Walker has made a new acquaintanceships. Lone Walker, a woman with kind of a snaky face and very snaky hair, has turned to look at you from her horrid little nest that she has in the basement of this shrine, to say, "Don't look at me." I totally forgot what her voice sounds like last episode. That's okay. The important thing is, as she looks at you, you feel you never get that thing where just suddenly you feel really stiff all over. Like your neck goes all
especially like when a Medusa looks at me. That's particularly when I feel that way. Yeah.
This is, I know some of our listeners are younger, but this is what you have to look forward to in your 40s and beyond. Is just some days you wake up and everything in your spine doesn't want to work. It's like that. And when that happens, you must make a Constitution saving throw. Depending on how well you do, different things will happen. Lone Walker, make that Constitution saving throw.
I would love to do that as soon as you ask, but first I need to make sure I don't have a feature or trait that helps me out in this situation, because I think I might.
You've got finally that anti-Medusa insurance favor itself.
I know something to do with stones because of me being a Goliath.
Does that help you? Or are you already half stone? Are you
fines? That's something else. Okay, no, that's reducing damage. I count as one size larger when I'm carrying stuff. Don't suffer penalties of being high out. No, okay, that's fine. All right. Constitution saving throw. Here we go. I got a, why does it always disappear on me? An 18.
All right. You shake it off. You have the feeling of like all of your joints locking up, and you just kind of immediately kind of shake it off. But you definitely feel like that could have gone very different, and that just the gaze of this person is harmful to you.
Okay, then Lone Walker will kind of look down to the side, and before he even starts saying more to this person, he immediately does the sort of touch to his temple and says, "I am not currently in mortal danger, but it is possible that I may soon be. Perhaps you can check in 5 minutes, and if you do not hear a response that everything is okay, you could head to the building that is to the west, the northwest of the main construction."
When you exit the spa, look to your left. There's a lot of overgrowth, but you just got to go through that. There's a window that I've already broken. Just you might need to boost each other to get up into it.
And also, everything
and then
the
I'm in the
light
basement
touches is yours.
Maybe lead with the
statue.
Medusa.
Please admire my hard work.
All right, and now he turns to,
also, just Micah, I'm just gonna say your definition of what is or is not mortal danger is very different from mine.
Same.
Yeah,
Lone Walker's is different from mine as well.
Yep. All right, excellent.
So he sort of turns his body forward, still looking not at her directly, and says, "I heard you crying. Is everything okay? As you've asked, I will not look at you."
Nothing is okay. Who are you? Are you here did they send you here to torment me?
I was sent here to find a friend and to help a friend. And as I have been, traipsing through this area, I have noticed there is a great evil here. Are you part of this great evil?
I am a victim of this evil. Give me a persuasion check, Lone Walker.
All right, I can do that. I've got a +5 on persuasion. Tony, how's a 17 do for you?
The creature, the Medusa, reaches into the kind of disgusting nest of scraps of fabric that she's built and pulls out like a long strip of fabric, and she kind of wraps it around her head, covering her eyes, and she says, I am sorry that I greeted you so unkindly. It's been a long time since anyone talked to me.
Lone Walker looks at her now and says, I am sorry that you have to cover your eyes to have a conversation, but I appreciate the gesture. Please tell me, how can I help?
I'm a prisoner here. The sisters, they took my spa away from me.
This is your place.
Yes. My name is Silvari Silversong. Is it possible you've heard of me?
Silversong. We have okay. Yes, in fact, we carry your book with us.
The Price of Beauty. Wow, that's wow, what a day.
I do have a question. You say you are kept prisoner here, but it was relatively simple for me to enter this place and walk down the stairs. Am I now trapped along with you?
No, I mean, I am my prison is both of the shrine that was once my pride and joy, and also of this form you now see me in.
Oh, I understand. So this is not how you originally appeared.
No.
Is there a way to undo what has been done?
I do not know. The elves, they are not elves as we know them, at least, who run this place. They do this thing where they paint paintings of you and they promise you that you will be better than you've ever been and so beautiful and strong but then when the deal expires, you are something else, and this is where I am now.
This is a deal you took.
Yes. A deal I regret.
Do you know anything of magical contracts?
I deal mainly in love and beauty.
Indeed.
So, the opposite of contracts.
Well, we were sent here to find a friend of ours, a dwarf. And as I have come to piece together, it would appear that perhaps this dwarf has taken a similar deal. It is certainly my goal, and perhaps the goal of my party, to rid ourselves of this threat and to perhaps find a way to end these curses. The
paintings must be the key to destroying the curse. I don't know how, but that would be the key.
Do you know where these paintings are kept?
They're in the tower, the upper floors. But they can't just be destroyed by mundane means. Otherwise, it would have happened. There must be some magic at work.
When you render a creature in stone, is it possible for them to return to their original form?
The cure for petrification is some of my own blood.
Then perhaps you could be of assistance. I may gather my party and we may enter the tower, but I was there not too long ago, and there was an attendant in the main part of the building. If they could be temporarily rendered in stone, we could go further into the tower.
There might be less traumatic ways to dispose of them as well. Or perhaps they are, like me, a prisoner of the sisters.
It is possible. However, their token looked a lot like the other ones. And so I do not think that they are prisoners. So that's
I don't remember what I do or didn't describe before. So
Lone Walker would not want to do something traumatic, but he was thinking if it's just like you're frozen for a little bit and then you can come out of it, that's okay. He doesn't kill anyone if he doesn't have to.
You are clearly of a strong and courageous individual. I have kept myself here in solitude because I believe that the gaze of my form as is would be permanent for some individuals.
I understand. In that case, perhaps it is best if you remain here. But I must ask.
Perhaps I can give you something to help you on your way.
It's like you read my mind.
Silvari kind of heads over to the pool that takes up most of the basement here, and she kind of whispers something to the water, and the water kind of swirls, and then like a watery hand kind of extends from the middle and carries something over and drops it into her waiting hands. It looks, she brings it over and hands it to you, Lone Walker. It looks like a golden hand mirror, but she says to you, I don't think you are a magic user. Perhaps someone among your friends can make use of this. It is in the physical form of a golden hand mirror, but this is a wand of the War Mage, which is a +1 wand a certain magic users could use.
Nice. Okay. Lone Walker says, thank you. Are there any properties to this water of yours? Any magical properties to this water of yours?
She kind of snaps her finger, and there is suddenly like kind of a hulking water colossus in the water, and she just says, "My only companion." And then she snaps her finger, and it kind of submerges like again. So, Lone Walker,
cool.
you avoided solo combat with a Medusa and a powerful water elemental that probably would not have taken very long. So, yeah.
Yay! Okay, so Lone Walker says, I am pleased to see you are not alone. I hope that we can work together. No, let me try again. I hope that my group can help bring an end to your sadness, and that soon this place will be yours once again.
Hey, well, let's not jump to conclusions here. I
mean, look, Lone Walker's saying what he hopes to happen. That doesn't mean that the little assassins in the group are into that. And he
assassins / small business owners. Yeah,
yeah. He makes his way up the stairs.
Prerequisite.
Mm-hmm. You make your way up the stairs, and I think that was my cue to take you back to the map. Is that what that was?
Indeed. Indeed. All right. And then I think Lone Walker is going to go stand. Actually, he's going to walk back to that other tower and knock on the door and have a conversation with the person if they will.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hold on.
Basically, Lone Walker does not actually need us. At all.
Lone Walker solves the adventure on his own.
No. He's going to call you all in a second. He just wants to see if it's going to require death first.
You're like smarter than all of
so,
us.
I believe when you explored the first floor before, you saw a there was in the foyer of the tower, vestibule entryway, there was a very old, frail looking dragonborn holding a broom. She looked like she could barely hold the broom.
Dragonborn. Okay.
Yes. And, Lone Walker, I don't know if you know everything that other people do, but there does seem to be kind of a breakdown within the generic employees of the Temple Rest for Lily are these kind of humanoid looking or human looking Townley has magically determined magical creations, but there are some non human employees that I think Jasper has concluded most of them are probably not here of voluntary servitude. But so you hear a kind of elderly little dragonborn behind the door saying, I can't let you in. Please go away. Staff only.
Lone Walker sort of leans down so that he's more on level with the person behind the door. And says,
yeah, okay. I was going to say the door.
No, I know open. I know it's not open. I need to ask you a question, but it requires trust, which I know is hard to give. I will tell you one thing.
She interrupts you.
Oh, okay.
We're not alone. We're not alone here.
Understood. Well, the robes are out in the spa.
The spa.
and then he says, but I'll take care of it. See you soon.
I love it.
And then he starts to walk back towards the main building.
All right. Lone Walker, would you be okay with heading to the lounge where all the other player characters are?
He absolutely would be.
After a solid 2.5 hours of being
cleaning
having the party split. Yep. You all join up in the lounge. I think there is some figuring out of what you would like to do and sharing of information. If you would like to do some of that in character, I would appreciate it. The listeners might as well. But you all haven't been together in quite a while. And I think you have learned a variety of things. So let us all come back together.
Right now.
Guys, this pool is amazing. You have, I know we're doing something else here, but that pool is amazing.
I would like to take that pool and
Yeah,
go in it.
Lone Walker looks around at all the people here and nods his head. Like, yeah, someplace where there maybe aren't as many people.
Okay.
Before we go,
I was unclear if Townley was trying to find somewhere quiet or just genuinely thinks the pool is really great.
I genuinely think the pool is really great.
Okay.
It's got a naiad in it. You can talk to her, and it cast a greater
I believe it did cast greater restoration on you.
Greater restoration on me as I went into it.
I don't think anyone has experienced anything they need a greater restoration cast on, but I imagine it feels great. I mean, Tony Sindelar have not had a lesser restoration in years.
Right. That's a pretty high level spell, and you get it every time like this.
Yeah.
So
if you would like to reconvene to the pool, it would certainly be a much more quiet in terms of there's a lot of employees in the there's a lot of clients and employees in the lounge. So if that's what you're concerned about.
But before we go, Valente wants to buy Micah Lone Walker. Valente wants to buy Lone Walker a mimosa of his choice to take into the spa, into the pool.
What does a mimosa, or I guess actually, what does a cocktail for a Goliath paladin?
Something in a tall glass.
It's probably going to be tall glass.
I was going to
be
say,
strong,
is it just
so it's
like
going to actually be a mimosa, but it also has some tequila in it.
I was going to ask if it is, and this is Tony who knows almost nothing about alcohol, but I was wondering, just because Goliaths are tall and strong, if it was some kind of fantasy equivalent of a Long Island iced tea.
Classic.
Long Island. He nods his head as he takes one sip and says, this is actually quite tasty.
All right.
And
as
so
you head
the alcoholism arc for Lone Walker.
Yeah, exactly.
He's shook. He did not expect it to taste this good.
Safe, the kind of head of guest services at the spa, waves at you as you head from the lounge into the lobby into the bats. I hope you're having a fabulous day. Everything is to your liking. Yes?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
And he waves at you.
You
as he
guys
heads
should
north.
advertise
Very
these
cool.
meatball subs. They're amazing.
Merci. I will take that under how you say consideration.
How do you say consideration? I hadn't considered it.
All right. I've moved some tokens over there. You find looks like, I don't know, maybe it's starting to get to be early evening. A lot of the people at the who have the means to hang out at the Temple of Restful Lily are also the kind of people that eat dinner at 4:30. So I can imagine that the lounge is starting to fill up and the baths are kind of emptying out for the late afternoon. So you can have an official team meeting and discuss what you need to discuss without fear of anything. Well, I guess that Naiad's going to hear anything you have to say, but I don't think. Yeah,
she stays out of they stay out of politics anyway. So
yeah. So adventurers, please.
Well, they've got these deals with paintings, and they sound great.
Lone Walker takes off his boots, his leather boots, and just lightly puts his feet into the pool. He's not going to sit all the way in, but he says, "It would appear that the paintings are a bad idea. I spoke with, well, I suppose this is a bit of a revelation, the true owner of the spa, who has been turned into a Medusa, a Gorgon, and lives in an abandoned building behind this place. And the way this happened is because she took the deal with the painting. It is not something we should do."
Oh.
So she took the deal. Does that mean that she deserves what happened? Like what?
I know. Let me look at my paladin rule book here. If you are tricked into believing that a deal would be good for you, we don't blame the victim of the deal, but instead blame, oh, hold on, I've got to change the page, licks his finger, the perpetrator. Yes, in this case, it is the responsibility of the elves, who, by the way, are not elves.
Valanthe says, I, in her assassin world, from a very different worldview than a paladin, she's like, the contract they have for this is super shady. And I know contracts. I sign a lot of them on people. We take them out. So they've got this contract, but you would have to really know what the contract is to understand what they're asking, which is basically you're signing an agreement to grant them a boon, which could basically be anything. So they've got some shady things going on, which is not good for anyone who thinks they want this painting. And the painting, they didn't tell Nyasa this, but it's only good for a year apparently, and then all bets are off. So the deal is super shady. Maybe strategic and smart, respect it, but it's shady.
But I do really like this place. I mean, have you tried the cocktails?
Nobody here is what they seem.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of the helpers, the ones that look like really generic human beings, are just constructs.
Oh no. What the only other information I gathered is that the paintings are stored in the tower to the northeast of the spa on the upper levels. And it is possible that the destruction of the paintings by magical means could result in the spell being broken. And then he goes, "Oh, and I just remembered, Jasper, would this be of use to you?" And he pulls from his pack the wand, the +1 wand of the War Mage, and shows it to you. No, sorry, not Jasper. Townley. Townley, the sorcerer.
Warlock. Well, this is very nice. Yeah, it would be useful to me. I would need to attune to it for an hour.
Well, perhaps we can rest and relax while you attune to the wand.
We've done nothing but relax since we got here.
It's true. I'm very relaxed, and I'm kind of impatient to get something done. It's really interesting that the paintings are in this tower. That doesn't help us find Valthrax, though.
So I ran into a kobold who is basically enslaved here because they took a deal. They had their painting done, and now they are forced. Their boon is they're the maintenance staff, or one of the maintenance staff here. And they said that what's his name is in the tower. So I think that we should rest an hour. Well, what's his name? We should rest an hour so that you can attune and we can fully bask in this spa experience. Because let's face it, I'm a monk. I don't get this ever. And then I think we should storm that castle and see what we can do about those paintings.
I will say waiting until it's dark will give us a tactical advantage.
Agreed.
That's not threatening at all.
And we could just say that we're out going for a walk, which is why we need to put
clothes
on our clothes and not be in these fluffy robes anymore.
Our evening constitutional.
Yep.
Yes.
What she said.
If we're going to stay here for an hour, Valente turns into a baby polar bear and swims in the pool.
Oh, okay.
So cute.
Serena, the naiad. Though I think the pool is mainly one of those kind of like hot, steamy pools with lots of mist coming off of it. Serena creates just kind of local to Valente a little floating polar bear proportioned little iceberg.
Aww. We're best friends now.
You can see a single tear roll down Nyasa's cheek. She hasn't.
Is that because Nyasa can't turn into a polar bear and Soup's jealous?
I mean, that is like part of our whole dynamic, but she hasn't seen this little polar bear in a long time.
Oh no, you're gonna make me actually get teary-eyed. That's so sweet.
All right. Well, adventures, I think you have a reasonable plan, something a dungeon master rarely says in the world of Dungeons and Dragons. You'll take an hour so Townley can attune to this new magic item. Micah, that is an item that you should be able to add to your character sheet, I hope, if you're using D&D Beyond, because it's a standard thing.
We'll let Townley add it to their character sheet.
Yes.
I have done that.
Awesome. And you will then take an evening constitutional, which you'll use as an excuse to gear up, and then have some kind of plan for attacking the tower where the elves live, and perhaps is the place where all of their evil works are conducted from, perhaps just after sunset. Is that, a dramatic time to make an attack?
I will note that there are 3 sisters and we have only seen 2.
It's true. What perils await our adventures in that tower? What mysteries have they not yet experienced? As many things here at the Temple of the Restful Lily are not what they seem. For adventures, for answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill, Candlekeep Mysteries, Price of Beauty, other words here, Interrobang, This Place for Rent. The end. Well done. Well, so I thought we were going to have combat this adventure, but we technically did not. I certainly had prepped everything and set up for that Medusa to murder Lone Walker. But the key things that you did, Micah, were you didn't get turned into stone, and you convinced the
Lone Walker's high charisma is very helpful in that situation.
High charisma and high constitution. And you know what? I'm just going to give you inspiration for not getting turned to stone, which would have made the adventure a lot more complicated if you got murdered in a basement far away from all your friends.
That would have been sad.
Yeah, it would have been sad. Live stream / bootleg. We will be back with possibly the conclusion to this adventure, I believe, on Sunday, August 7th. Will be more Price of Beauty adventures.
So about a month from now.
Yeah, already scheduled. Impressive.
Wow, we're so on it.
I was looking. I think that's our next one. Am I missing one, Aline?
I thought we had a July date, but
I think that was this. This was the July date.
Beauty. Price of.
I think we have a backup second August date in case this doesn't finish, which we may or may not need. It always depends on what happens, how does combat go, things like that. So yeah. So thank you for listening. Live stream / bootleg.
No, I thought we had this. No, never mind.
Okay. I am gonna stop my recording. I don't know if you want to stop various live streams, James.
I will do that. So the bootleg is now